Very good morning, students. I, Samiksha Gupta, Assistant Professor at Babu Banarsidas University School of Management, going to discuss about marketing research today. Coming on to the first slide, that is table of content. Introduction to the market research, use of market research via online, methods of conduct online marketing research, benefits of online market research, steps of market research, process of marketing research. Coming on to the first slide of the introduction. Market research is a process of collecting vital information about companies' target audience, market, and competition. Through market research, companies can understand their target audience better. They can make better products, improve their experience, and design a market strategy that attracts quality leads. Marketing research as follows: the function that links the customer and the public to the marketer through information used to identify and define marketing opportunities and problems, generate, refine, and evaluate marketing actions, monitor marketing performance. Next. Market research uses online. How? This research can evaluate the performance of a product or a service and may allow the other companies to glean insight into customer purchasing behavior. With the rising use of internet, online research has become a popular tool among market research firms today. Online research can provide additional information about a buyer, such as her prior purchasing history. Online research projects can be carried out by a company itself or by a hired research firm. Methods of conducting online market research. There are several ways that may be effective of carrying out the online research. First is quantitative. Quantitative research can be carried out via online questionnaire, web experience. Qualitative research can be carried out via online in-depth interviews, online focuses groups, and participant observation, in which a researcher acts as a part of a community to observe behaviors. Online questionnaires and online polls are some of the most important online research tools. Online questionnaires may need to be carefully designed in terms of format and length. Coming on to the next point, benefits of online market research. First is less time consuming. When a business conduct traditional market research, a lot of time actually involved. To begin with, the business has to perform to reach into its demographic segments and recruit people who fit in into the demographic to who are the part of the research panel actually. Ensuring the people fit the bill involves executive study and pre-evaluation research that takes month or longer time to conduct actually. So the average business is extremely busy that it doesn't have that kind of time to invest into finding a research panel, which often leads to poorly conducted and attained studies and other research which in turn lead to poor and inaccurate results. None of which actually helps the business to achieve its goals, and in fact defeats the purpose of conducting the market research in the first place. With online marketing research programs, however, the business can hand the responsibility of finding suitable research participants of the someone else, a qualified and expert someone else. In fact, with the very best online market research tools, such a the suitable participants from all around the globe can often be found, recruited, and ready to go in the little as 1 to 2 days, saving business infinite amounts of time and effort which they can much utilize somewhere else. Next is less costly. Of course, it is less costly as the entire market work through the research would be conducted online. So obviously, it is very lesser costly than the other thing that could be having or involving a price over reaching out to some point of time, some point of viewers or respondents. Next is global reach. While traditional offline marketing is very limited to geography, online market is actually not. It opens us opportunity for easily and affordably creating international marketing campaigns. Even a small business can reach an international audience by opening an e-store, by online marketing, by many ways that they can adopt to reach the global customers. Next is brand development. Brand development is something where developing of brand involved taking a different kind of effort to make its customer consider it trustable and more reliable. Okay, so online marketing basically simplifies. This is as you can carry it out a direct, campaigning in personalized manner to encourage more customer, give them experience, give them knowledge about your brand, conveying about the value and equity of your brand, unique selling proportion of your brand, by telling or influencing them to use them. Next is demonstrate and build expertise. The most challenging thing of the business today, I guess, offering professional services, which is projecting your expertise actually. The ways to demonstrate and build experience are limited in traditional marketing actually. But you know what? In online marketing, there are so many ways to perform it. There are content marketing where you can involve many channels of market to demonstrate and expertise your niche, your target audience, your way to reach them. There are many things that you can offer to your customers also, as well as you can make to demonstrate and build your expertise into. Next is facilitate personalization. Unliking the conventional marketing where personalizing all your marketing messages is almost impossible actually. So online marketing is not only enables it but simplifies it. For instance, actually with artificial intelligence companies that you can greet your website visitor with the names, send well-tailored promotion emails, begin with a chat from where a customer previously left, and more with marketing automation softwares. They can enhance your customer experience and personalization actually. Next is target specific audiences. Target audiences means like online marketing empowers you to get specific audiences in easy and expensive way. You can do in several ways. For instance, participating in a good discussion forums, using hashtags on social media, effectively using targeted keywords in educational blogs posts. You can also even display social media content on your websites through the different social media plugins to increase your engagement and conversation rates. Next is generate higher profit. Generating higher profits, like studies we have found that many businesses generate leads online, grow faster, as besides they'll be able to reach the consumer as consumers at the right time at the right place by dropping a right message, by converting them a better service, by providing them a better knowledge about the product, by providing them a offer details, brands, values, satisfaction. Okay, so these lead to generates the higher profit if they have retained more and more customer by using the previous method that we have already had a discussion. Okay, thank you. Next is 5 steps of the market research. Define problem, collect the data interpretation and analysis, reaching the conclusion, implement your research. Next. Defining a problem. Defining the problem is the very first step where the marketer used to identify that what a consumer actually is in need of. Okay, next. Collection of data. This is the most primary step where there are two more sub steps that has to be followed. Collection of data has a two step that has to be followed. First is primary research, second is secondary research. There are two types of research method that are used in collecting out the data. First is primary. It involves basically conducting the research directly by adding new and unique information about which has never been discovered. Okay, so it takes a new process and procedure to follow, like observation, survey, interviews, audience polls, and क्या कहते हैं, क्या कहते हैं, serving a questionnaire. Next is secondary research. Secondary research is the data that is already available that you can take a help of with the already published data or the historical data or the past experience that the marketer would actually having. They can also take a help of that data which is actually established, like newspaper articles, magazine, journals, past experience, historical data, historical experiences, online reviews. These are the basic kind of things that people can take a help of. Next is data analysis and interpretation. Analysis of data is a process for looking pattern that how it could be examining and how it can be examined, that what are the needs of the person or the need of the target audience. Actually the data is could be interpreted by in the form of a percentage method. It would always lead to identify that how much people are in favor of certain things. Suppose that I have buyed organic cosmetics, so I would circulate the questionnaire to identify the respondents response over it. So I came to know that how many females or males or people are using organic cosmetics by analyzing and interpreting my data. Okay, next is reaching to the conclusion. Reaching to the conclusion is a very scientific method where we use to validate the data and observe that it is not biased. So actually the reaching out to the conclusion is a very scientific method, is a very fluent method where you use to identify, observe, or to identify that what could the research is all about and how much the research has even performed. Okay, next is research implication. Implication is actually carrying out of planned and intentional activity that aim to turn evidences and ideas into policies and practices that work for people into real world. It is about putting a plan into action, and how as well as what. Process of um, process of marketing research: standardization and transparency, efficiency, continuous improvement, employee engagement. Next, standard and transparency is something where implementing a processes and organizing a standard and setting up the standard and operation that ensure that everyone is working towards the same goal. Okay, efficiency, how clear and effective your process is. Next, continuous improvement means by analyzing the standard and transparency of your work, you will always try to lead such improvement that has not been done before. You will always lead to survive, and you will always need to examine the improvement and the transformation that has been newly formed and required to be done. Okay, employee engagement. Employee engagement is something where you need to identify the roles and responsibility within clear defined process, as they are more likely to feel engaged and invested towards their work. It can lead to higher job satisfaction and employer retention. Overall, this process of implementation is important to organization because it can help lead and control the more organized and efficient and productive workplace, which is lead to increase the profitability and long-term success of the organization. Next. Thank you so much.